This channel is designed for adults viewing only, and certain videos will contain rated M for mature video games, featuring realistic violence, gore and suggestive themes. If you are not an adult, do not view the content on this channel.
Don't go anywhere, stay tuned. Get ready to take a trip down memory lane. An Atari 2600 controller can only mean one thing. We'll be playing the Atari 2600. And on today's episode of Memory Lane, we're going to be playing a Night Driver. It was programmed by Rob Phillip, released in 1980. And the arcade version of this game released in 1976. And you must use the paddle controller to play this game. As you can see right here, the actual cartridge appears to be a Sears cartridge. Look at this. It looks pretty plain looking. So this happens to be the label art for my copy of Night Driver, and as you can see here, there is absolutely nothing fancy about this at all. Now this might actually be the Sears copy of the game, because it says Sears down here. So yeah, that's Night Driver for the 2600, the cartridge right here, and there's probably more than one cartridge, much like a lot of different Atari games, but this one in particular, nothing fancy. Just have like 8 telegames, and 1 through 4 timed games, and 5 through 8 untimed games. So those are the different modes you can play for 1 or 2 players. And use standard paddle controllers. So you have to use the paddle controllers. This definitely appears to be a Sears release of Night Driver. And there you go, there's the end label. And the funny thing is, if you look at the front label, it doesn't even indicate what game it is, which is pretty funny. So yeah, let's head over to the Atari 7800, and let's pop in Night Driver for the 2600, and let's play it. Let's see exactly what this game is all about. Alright, here we are playing Night Driver for the Atari 2600. And as you can see here, this is the game right here. What the hell is this? It's like some sort of crazy driving game. Let's check this out. We have to use these guys right here. And the funny thing about these is 2 of these connect to 1 player port, so we have to figure out which one it is. Alright, let's hit reset, and let's try it out. Which one is it? Which one is it? Is it this one? Oh yeah, it's this one. Oh, what the hell? Oh, this is fast. Oh my god. Holy, oh! I completely crashed my Atari 2600 car. That was a disgusting wreck. Oh my god, I didn't get that far at all. What is this? Is that another car? You get the ass into that. Oh my god. Alright, so let's head up. I wrecked his car, you saw that? That's what a wreck looks like. This is like burnout on the Atari 2600. This is wild stuff right here. Oh my god, look at this. I'm driving like 100 miles per hour. Oh, I think I took that house out. There's like a house on the right side of the road. It's not there anymore. Okay, let's drive. Oh, look at this. This is incredible speed right here. Look at this. I think the Atari 2600 has some blast processing. Oh my god. Okay, let's see if we can slow it down a little. Look at that house. Look at that. This is incredible that this game is so fast. And you have to drive using this, and it's not the easiest thing in the world. The handling is completely crap. I mean, look at this. You have to like turn this around over here. And if you're driving at full speed, it's impossible to play. I'm gonna tell you right now. So let's just try to slow it down a little bit. All right, so it looks like we died after like 10 wrecks. Okay, let's try this again. But this time we're gonna try to take it serious, and we're gonna try to drive around that car. You can hear that car beeping his horn. It's kind of pissed off that I cut him off. Okay, so let's keep. Oh, that was pretty close. So how exactly do you win this game? It looks like we have a countdown and like a. Okay, so I see like a point system on the side. It says 15. And there's a countdown over there, so like how many objects we pass, we get points or something? Is that how that works? Alright, so here we are. Oh, okay, so we just passed that object right there. Passed that one right there. Oh, and I crashed. And I crashed again. And we have like 34 seconds left. Let me see if I can actually make it. Oh my god, this is hard. I crashed into that car. So I'm thinking that I can drive as fast as I want to. 30 points so far. I don't know how I'm scoring points, to be honest. I think it's per mile, maybe. I have no idea. Maybe every mile you drive, you get points. So the highest score right there is 32. I believe I drove 32 miles. I'm making my own assumption at this point. I don't know exactly how the points work at this point. But I'm going to try to drive as fast as possible. Oh my god, look at this. So yeah, I believe that's how this game works. Those points are going up kind of consistently. So I believe it's per mile. Or kilometers, maybe? I don't know. Oh my god. So I drove 14 miles. So this car is so fast. Look at this. And look how fast this car is driving. Oh my god. That car that I crashed into was probably driving like 30 miles per hour. And I drove up on him like he was like not moving at all. I mean, look at this. Yeah, the controls on this game are not good, I can tell you that. They're kind of crappy. So far I'm at 30, 32. There's nothing really too exciting about this. This is like... There was an arcade version of this game. I don't know too much about the arcade version. But yeah, it existed. That the picture is jumping around quite a bit here on the TV. Now this game is just not. It's so fast. I mean, look at this. And the time is up, and that is Night Driver. I wonder if there's different modes. Let's Okay, so there is different modes. What is this? Mode 8. So here we have mode 8. The timer disappeared. Okay, so how's that work? So maybe we're doing something different here. Oh my god, I crashed so easily in this game. It's ridiculous. Okay, we need to get back on the road. So, oh, what the hell? So the timer completely disappeared. So it looks like we don't have a time limit anymore. Is there a way of actually dying or something? Like, what the hell? Oh! Okay, so this might be like an infinite mode where you can just keep playing and keep playing. And yeah, that is basically it for Night Driver. racing game for the Atari, similar to, I guess, like if you want to play like something different from pole position, or let's say if you have Rad Racer on the NES or Knight Rider on the NES and you want to play something different. This is not exactly the greatest racing game for the Atari, to be honest. But, I mean, here it is. It's definitely pretty hard. I'm gonna definitely drive like this and be real careful. Look at this. You know what? Someone should make like a modification that you attach to the top right here on this paddle joystick with a steering wheel, so you can just drive it like a steering wheel. I mean, that'd be pretty cool. And yeah, oh, I crashed again. So yeah, that is Night Driver for the Atari 2600. It is a interesting racing game. It came out pretty early in the life cycle of the Atari 2600, I think in 1978 or something like that. That's the Sears version of the game. I don't know if that's any different from the regular version or not, but it appears to be probably the same thing. So, interesting. Not really the greatest game in my opinion. It is okay. So, and it's interesting seeing the difference in colors. If you look at the TV, the CRT versus the Elgato feed, I mean, look at that. There's a pretty big difference right there. That's crazy looking. It looks much more dull on the Elgato, and it looks flickery and weird looking on the TV. So some weird Atari picture tricks. I don't know what to call it, but something weird is going on the CRT here. But it definitely looks brighter. It's interesting. So don't forget to give a thumbs up and comment down below and let me know what you think of Night Driver.